Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Week 4 upsets to bet. Slam that like button. Let's get into it. First game, we got the Miami Dolphins. Tua at the Buffalo Bills. Dolphins are +3. I love the Dolphins to win this game. Take that money line. I am not trying to be over extravagant with this pick. We know the Dolphins have damn near built this channel the last year and a half, 2 years. I am looking forward to this game. I am ready to watch this game play out. But when I look at this game, I'm not getting caught up in the 70 spot and everyone saying I was wrong about the Patriots-Dolphins game. I am not getting caught up in that. I'm looking at the matchups. I'm looking at the coaching matchup. And I want to talk about something no one else. Mike McDaniel against Sean McDermott. I think if you're a Dolphins bettor, you have the edge there. Then you sprinkle in a little bit of Vic Fangio, and you now understand why I've been yelling from the rafters that this Dolphins team is special, and they got something you can't quantify in numbers. And I'm sick of people saying Tua, he's going to get hurt. He hasn't been hit this whole damn year. And I don't know if this Bills pass rush is as nasty as people think they were. I know they sacked Sam Howell 9 times last week, but they haven't been active in the other games, and Sam Howell's not walking onto that gridiron Sunday, boys. He's not. Tua is, Jalen Waddle is, Tyreek Hill is, and I think the Dolphins will pass block better than the Bills. I think that's an advantage that they have that no one is talking about. I also think the Dolphins have more big play potential. Now, I am a little bit nervous, going up to Ralph Wilson. I've been to that stadium 35 times in my life. I know it's not an easy place to play, but also, guys, it's September. It's not December. It's not anything along those lines. I think the Dolphins defense comes to play here, and when you're relying on Leonard Floyd for a pass rush, both the safeties for the Bills are banged up. I know River Craycraft is going to be an X factor for the Dolphins that's not there. I just feel like as long as Connor Williams plays, Teron Armstead plays, this Dolphins wave is going to take over the NFL, and some of you are going to have to deal with it. Dolphins to win in the cover, make it a damn money pick. Next game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Houston Texans. Texans +3. Man, I look so goofy these first 3 weeks picking the Texans to cover. But finally, they came out last week and they pulled off. I wouldn't even say it was a miracle. I did think the game would be close. I did think it would be one scored. But I like DeMeco Ryans, man, and I know that's not a lot of science, but the same people will say, I'm betting the Steelers because of Mike Tomlin. I really got Dan Campbell type vibes when I saw DeMeco working this offseason. And Jalen Petrie coming back for the Texans this week is going to be a big blow. He's one of the best defenders in this league that no one really wants to talk about. And I know TJ Watt, he's going to hit Stroud. But Stroud, one thing he's shown, he stands strong in that pocket, man, and he's got a little sidearm Matt Stafford delivery he's been using, and he's going to need it. This Steelers defense is nasty, but I think people need to calm down a little bit. I know Pickett played good against the Raiders. I know Matt Canada wasn't a factor, but we got to go look at the big picture here. We got to go look at the last 16, 18 Steelers performances on offense, and they're not good enough. I think this Texans defense comes in. I think they have a big game, and I think Stroud makes some big plays. The big difference with the Texans from week 1 to week 3 was them working in Tank Dell. I mean, he's been phenomenal. We saw the big catch against the Jags for 50, 60 yards. I think the Texans do something special, and I think 2 road games in a row for a Pittsburgh Steelers team that really doesn't have consistency on offense is a bit too much. Give me DeMeco Ryans, give me the Texans, give me CJ Stroud. And I've been telling you guys, Stroud can play, and he's been a whipping boy up until last week. He's got to prove it on the field, and I think he proves it again. I think they have the quarterback. I think they have the edge in this quarterback matchup. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Indianapolis Colts. Rams are plus 1.5. Listen, I'm not going to say an awful lot about this game. It looks like AR is coming back for the Colts, but listen, I'm not a Gardner Minshew guy. I'm not even a fan of him. But does that kind of help the Rams a little bit? Because when I look at the Rams, you know, everyone wants to talk about McVay. I look at Raheem Morris as one of the best defensive coordinators in this league, up there with Vic Fangio. And I think he's going to have a plan. And we knew the Colts would cover. We knew the Colts had a chance at Baltimore last week due to our preseason rankings. But I think the Rams are able to generate more offense. I don't think there's going to be a hell of a lot of offense in this game. I do worry about the Rams blocking the Colts front. But when you look at the Colts front, the pressure, the ability comes from the interior. I think McVay will be able to plan that. I think the Rams are going to be running it more. And I think Stafford has a bounce back day. I mean, listen, this is going to be a 1-score game, probably going to be a field goal game. But I think the Rams win it late. And credit to Shane Steichen. He's got these Colts buzzing around, but McVay needs to come back, man. I mean, I think McVay's worried about spreads more than us at this point, so he really can't backdoor cover this. He kind of has to win the fucking game. Next game, we got the New England Patriots. Hoodie at the Dallas Cowboys. Patriots plus 7. What? Well, this isn't where I like to be. I'm not a big Patriots bettor, but I will bet them if we see value, and I see value. And I think this game, like most Patriots games, comes down to situational football. And one thing I was really concerned with the Cowboys in that game against Zona, I was really concerned about the Cowboys' ability in the red zone. And I don't think Zeke is going to be this giant factor in the game like people are talking about. But I do feel like the Cowboys are missing a Zeke Elliott, Javonte Williams type pounder to run at people in the red zone. I don't think Tony Pollard's that guy, and Tony Pollard's good in the 20-20, but once you get inside that red area, is he going to make things happen? And then most of the Cowboys offense is just praying CD Lamb does something incredible. It works sometimes, but is it good enough? Is it good enough consistently against a good Patriot secondary? I don't know. So I think the Patriots will be able to stop the run. Now, this Patriots offense barely can do fuck all. But we did see a blueprint. I do think people got a little bit too headstrong, a bit too optimistic about this Cowboys defense. We know this Cowboys defense is a top 5 unit in the league. I'm not trying to debate that, but I don't think they're untouchable. Like, I don't think they're the 86 Bears like the media was talking about. I think this is a close game, man, and I think it comes down to the fourth quarter. It comes down to a field goal, and this is the type of game you do feel like maybe the hoodie gets his boys ready, and I agree with a lot of you. Matt Jones hasn't been as bad as the media says. I don't think he's been that bad. The problem with the Patriots is there's just not enough weapons. We know the Cowboys have more weapons, but Cowboys got to play situational football, special teams, red zone, and I'm worried about it. I'm worried about Mike McCarthy, man. Next game, Monday Night Football. We got the Seattle Seahawks at the New York Giants. Hawks plus 1. Man, I'm not lining up to bet and get a piece of this game. And my initial reaction to this game was like, listen, I think the Giants can pull it out. Dable's a great coach. He's going to have a good game plan. I don't think they looked as bad against the 49ers as everyone made out. I mean, the defense just made stupid penalties. But I think the Hawks have an advantage here, and I think the Hawks win on Monday night. I'm surprised because when I made the spreads on Monday morning, I had the Hawks like -2.5, and I do think this is an upset that Hawks are +1. I wasn't expecting to see it. And I think the Hawks get better quarterback play because without Saquon Barkley, this Giants offense just doesn't have enough bite. It doesn't have enough boom. And I'm looking at the lack of verb from the Giants wide receivers as a fucking problem. Like, I know we can all make fun of Daniel Jones. Yes, the offensive line is completely trash, but this offense doesn't have enough game breakers. Like, everyone in the NFL has game breakers, and I just don't feel like the Giants have enough. And even on defense, they play man-to-man the whole damn time. But look at these guys in the secondary, starting rookies from the 4th round, and I just don't think they're good enough. I think Geno Smith gives the Hawks better quarterback play. I also think the Seahawks offensive line is going to play better, a lot better than the Giants offensive line. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. The best gambling show on the internet. Let's get this money. It's a big week, man. I'm excited for football this week.